Call to order. Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
A motion to approve the minutes.
They are amended. Polly Feidelberg was not here at the meeting, so I crossed that out.
Okay, motion to accept.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any discussion? No. Date of next meeting, I'm saying
September
July.
9th.
September 9th at noon.
Yep.
Okey dokey.
Motion?
Motion?
Do we do that? Do we motion for that?
Second.
I think we just set the date.
Yeah.
Wow.
Should the
September.
personnel board meet that same day?
Did it meet on the 12th, that day that you're referring to?
Well, we're gonna meet at noon, maybe after the meeting.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I can
If the
meet that
committee's
day.
meeting.
yeah, the personnel committee, sorry.
Am I on that thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can meet.
That way we don't have to tie up
I
another
was thinking
day.
board, I'm like, wait, I'm on the board, you did say?
You're on every committee. Okay, any correspondence?
I do, nothing.
That makes it easy. Okay, director's report, please.
Is that a motion to accept?
Motion to accept nothing for correspondence?
And
Oh,
second.
director's report. Motion to accept?
Motion to accept.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any discussion?
Discussion before vote.
Discussion before vote. Sorry. Any discussion, we'll do it again.
No, that's just
Move on.
I'm on vacation mode.
good.
Anything you want to add?
I don't think so. We had a really busy July.
It sure looked
We
it.
had our biggest day ever since we started keeping track of the door numbers. So over 400, let me say, I wrote it in here.
Which day?
451 people on August 1st
Oh.
came through the door, which is a record for us, which is very cool. And we had 70 new cards in that month, which is
That's a
really
lot.
good. So yeah, July was very busy. I think it was a difference of 1,000 people between June and July came through the door, so.
Just the book fair coming up, all people supposed to come into the main door.
Yes.
They can leave other doors, but come into the main.
Yeah, they're supposed to. Yeah, they try to keep those side doors shut.
Yeah, I don't think they let people out the side
No,
door.
they usually have people sitting there, so they try to keep
Yeah.
everybody going through the main and in and out through the main door. And our HVAC, I can bring that up. Our HVAC system is quite a mess right now. We had the filters changed in the AC unit at the beginning of the summer, and then we were trying to get the motor for the ventilation system in the bathrooms cleaned, and they found wasp nests in it, so they left, obviously. It took me forever. I finally found somebody to come because it has to be in animal control and not just pest control because they
Yeah.
won't go up on the roof otherwise. So that was a whole learning experience.
Yeah.
There was 4 giant wasp nests in there, so that's taken care of. But now getting the company back to actually do the work is taking a little while. So right now the AC in the children's area is not working at all. We just have a blank thermostat. So
Which one?
in the children's area,
Okay.
Um,
Is that the one out back or up?
I don't know. They did recommend we have the unit out on the ground here in the cage, cleaned, and it hasn't been done in a while. So I'm trying to make an appointment for that, get the motor on the roof done, and figure out what is wrong in the children's section. And
You're gonna call the same people for the children's section?
Yeah, I've called them a couple times and their website is wonky and I'm having trouble getting in contact with them, so I will try again today.
Okay.
And it's summertime and people are on vacation.
Yeah,
and it's tough.
it's taking a little while.
And that company is growing. I drive by there quite a bit. They've got like 3 more trucks.
That's that one at the top of the hill, family.
They're
Yeah.
very busy, so.
I was telling my wife yesterday, they're gonna have to make a parking down back.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have all your trucks there, then have all your people there, that's a lot of vehicles at one time.
Yeah, I remember Sue mentioned the other one, AGS.
Yeah, so if I can't get a hold of them, I will try
I
somewhere
I
else.
think something we should do is, I'm not sure who the town uses now, but they used to use
GM?
GM refrigeration. And when GM was bought out, it's now that other company, GEM.
GEM.
And the service is not good at all.
Not at all.
But what we need to do is, I just wrote a note, we need to have a list of on-call people that you just call and don't have to call around different
Helpful.
people,
Yeah,
you know.
definitely.
I'll talk to Jim and see what they use.
Okay.
I know for plumbing, they use Samco.
Okay.
And they do for plumbing and heating, use Samco sometimes.
Okay.
But he's like everybody else, they're extremely busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that AGS is the one that did the Grange and where the food pantry is. And they, some of the work they just did for them gratis. But she said they were very good to deal with.
Okay, I'll look into both of them. If I
Okay.
can't get a hold of the other company. I think
Don't
that's.
don't look into Jim.
No, I didn't write them down. And we had our most ever attendance for programs too in July, so it was a very good July. That was all I wanted to
Was
report.
that the bird one, or no?
That
Toe-
was
toe
in
jam?
June. Oh yeah, we had Toe Jam in August, and I think we had a pretty full room for that. It was really
Yeah,
fun. But
so I heard.
What is the Saturday? There's
that's the Atwater. Oh gosh, what is their name? Do you remember
Musicians?
the name?
Oh,
Atwater Donnelly.
Atwater
Donnelly, thank
Donnelly.
you. It's
Yeah.
folk music, and they're going to be here. Is it this Saturday?
is it the 24th?
It
I
isn't,
think?
it isn't just folk music. They do clogging
Oh, fun.
and the Kathy's.
Kathy
answer-
Clasker Torch, yeah.
Kathy does fiddling.
Yeah.
Atwater Donnelly are a husband and wife team.
Mm-hmm.
Her dad was one of the founders of the Marine Museum.
Oh, okay.
And they were there at one time. They're
Mhm.
very good. They're in a lot of different places.
Yeah.
Very entertaining.
So they'll be here inside?
Yes. Yeah, it'll be. Sorry.
You were thinking about something completely different.
Sorry. I'm back on HVAC still. Yes. They will be in
An
the
upcoming
community room.
vacation.
Yeah. They will be in the community room. Yes.
Nice.
Oh, and I have show and tell. This is a good time for show and tell. So we got some new signage also. We had used some of the end of the year leftover money to start getting some. So we got, we have different for the nonfiction section. So this is just a cute one, it's birds. But there's all different, there's a cooking one and arts and crafts and things like that to help people find things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got these to go on top of our new shelves, which I
Oh,
thought were
nice.
very cute.
Nice.
And we're working on getting new bookends in the
Magnetic
children's
bookends.
section. Those are,
Ah.
they're magnetized, so they stick to the shelves really well.
nice.
The picture books especially, you take one out and they'd all go
Hmm.
crashing down. So about half of them shelves have those right now, and they're amazing, and all the volunteers love them too. So
Nice.
we just got enough to finish that section.
Beautiful.
Terrific.
Is-
Now, we don't
is
have
this-
to re-vote, do we? We've accepted
No.
it, okay.
Is this second sheet part of your director's report?
Yes.
I have a couple things on that one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, as you know, Roland left, and hopefully John will be coming over here. He wants to come back here, John Maderas. He's at Council on Aging right now. So when the job is posted, he wants to come back here.
Oh, so you'll
Posted
post the
last
job?
Tuesday.
It was posted last Tuesday?
Yes, through the 23rd, I believe,
Okay.
and then the next select board meeting is the 26th.
So that's when we hope something.
So he'll be coming here and leaving there.
Yes,
Yes.
he's only,
Right.
he's
Ah.
19 and a half hours
Right.
each job.
So he'll be coming here, leaving there after working there, or he's
No,
gonna leave
not-
working there?
Not gonna leave, he's not working at COA anymore
Ah.
after that.
Oh,
He's retired, so he can only work a
I
certain
see.
number of hours.
so they're gonna be stuck.
I thought I saw on here something about cameras.
Yes.
Is that on here?
Yes. Is that on here?
I read about it.
Yes. Did I?
What is that?
Anyway, I did.
Cameron.
Oh, it's under the youth services stuff. So we did meet with the principal and another person. I'm blanking on their name right now.
She was the,
Head of curriculum, I believe.
no, she's a.
Or there was 3 people
counselor.
there. Okay.
She's a counselor.
Yeah, she was counsel.
About the parking issues after school, and there's really not a whole lot that can be done, unfortunately. They did say maybe if we had different signage. Right now we have the little library parking sign, so maybe we wanted something else. She also suggested that the open house is September 4th, and that it would be a good idea to have a representative from the library there
That's
to
a
talk
good
about
idea.
after school and the parking.
'Cause
I'm
there's-
gonna be in Colorado,
Yeah,
so
one day
I
it's
don't
gonna be
know.
the high school, the other day it's gonna be the middle school.
I think it's the 4th is the middle school and the 5th is the high school, so even just the middle school would be, I think, the most important one. That's the day I fly back though, so I won't be back yet, so I don't know if any
And
of
the
the.
deputy chief could not make it because he got tied up at the office, but I'm gonna put the minutes together. I should have had them for today, but I didn't. Actually, I didn't know I was supposed to do the minutes, but I'll put them together and I'll go over with the deputy, because we talked about having him have the officer move up. Not at the street, but move up, so stop people from coming and go in front of the school instead.
Yeah, into the parking lot.
Because once they come up here, they have to come in here.
Yeah.
So, and the superintendent mentioned, we said the other officer could come down and help from the elementary and middle school.
Right.
But she said that officer usually goes over to the other side because student drivers are over there and they're a difficult crew.
It's a little more concerning.
Yeah.
Could we put up, like a sawhorse and shorten the entrance to the library? So that only so many cars can come, so that they can't just pile in and they can't go
They're
out.
parking over there at 1 o'clock.
Well, we'd put it up early.
Where would you put it?
But then what about
Where would you put it?
people
We'd
coming
block
in?
half the driveway so that there's only one lane, because
Mm.
what we had was a lane coming in and a lane coming out.
Right, no, I see what you're saying.
And that would at least cut, I would think it would deter some people from coming in. And on the sawhorse, we could put library only.
Then how would people get out though? I'm just wondering if there's only one, it could get a little.
Well,
Dicey.
it could, but it's terrible the way it is.
No, it is. I
Nobody
do
could,
agree with that, but-
nobody could get out.
Mm.
They went all around the island, up to the tennis courts and back. And that was the line of traffic, and that didn't even include the people trying to back out of places.
Mhm.
It was horrible.
No, no, it is.
The other
Things like that every
suggestion
day.
that I don't think would work is they could change the pickup to the other side of the school. But that would require changing parking spots, because
Yeah.
all the cars are like parked this way, they'd have to be able to be parked this way if you change the direction.
What is a crossing guard other than crossing? Like, what,
We don't have a crossing guard.
there are no crossing guards?
We have a Westport Westport,
Resource?
Resource officer.
Resource officer?
we have one full-time at this school, and there's one that covers Macomber and the elementary school.
They have no crossing guards anywhere.
No, because
Nobody
they're not,
walks.
They don't even have speed limit signs up in front of Macomber. I mean, a crosswalk in front of the Macomber.
Hmm.
they don't come out that far. They have the driveway right in front of the door.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an issue, I guess.
What if they entered on the other side and exited on the side close to the library where you wouldn't come in and see the spots?
That's
Like
what
if
they're
they
supposed to
reverse?
do.
Oh.
They're supposed to go in on the west side
Mhm.
and around the building.
And people,
But they have to sit in line when they do that.
and people would tell you, I'm not sitting in that line.
And I'll tell you,
What if
if
we
you
put
tell
those
them
like
to
on
not
things that
park
give you
there,
flat tires?
if you tell them not to park there, they'll tell you off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had a few run-ins with some of the people out there.
Hmm.
They do
And do
You're
you
not
work,
allowed to drink
and do you
out
work
there.
for the library? Yes, I do.
Could be fun for a couple of,
But the only downside part of this is if somebody is coming to pick up their kid that is dropped off here. Because those people should be able to come in and pick up their kid.
but
You
that
know-
wouldn't
But
be at the
that's
same
after.
time. Because if they're just
That's
walking over
later.
here to get
It
picked
should
up,
be
that's a
later.
little bit of
Right.
a
Mm.
ruse, right?
The thing that it impacts is people who are at the library.
Yeah,
And they really make a mess. Now, Michelle said if we don't have any luck to contact her again.
Okay.
I believe that was in that email,
she's retiring, right?
I would imagine.
Is that the principal?
No, she's
Business manager and
and everything
jack
else.
of all trades.
Yeah. And they're making that into 2 jobs.
I think we'll just have to get more involved with it this year.
Initially.
We could have the police, even if they can't find an officer here, have an extra officer up here. Let it be an inconvenience to the town. It shouldn't be an inconvenience to us.
Exactly.
And I just keep stressing it's a safety thing.
Hmm.
With the way these cars are parking there, somebody could back over somebody in a heartbeat.
And the kids
Yeah.
aren't paying attention, they just
No.
run right across, right in front of the cars, so.
Yeah, it's an
Not good.
accident waiting to happen out there.
So we'll pay more attention to it. I'll be here the first day of school.
I wouldn't mind coming
Okay.
and, just, maybe 2 people would be a little more threatening.
I'll bring my plastic wiffle ball bat.
Take pictures too,
And I'm here on
so
Tuesdays anyway.
show how it
I'll put
is.
together the minutes from that meeting though, so we'll all
So then the
have copies.
concern was the 4th and the 5th, to maybe have some representation
Yeah,
at those
So
open
is that at
house.
6 o'clock?
6
Did she
o'clock,
say
yeah.
6
I believe
p.m.?
so, yeah.
Both nights.
What days are those?
I think it's a Tuesday and Wednesday, or Wednesday and Thursday.
I could do it Tuesday or Wednesday.
They want someone to speak.
About parking,
Yeah.
not parking over here.
And about the,
When's
expected
the-
behavior of the children at the library.
When's the first day of school?
29th, I think.
28th.
Oh, so we should
The
have,
28th is the first day of school.
then we'll have some good information.
The downside of all of it is we don't care about the mornings.
Right.
But maybe
Yeah.
if you put those sawhorses out in the morning, just to look like it's closed off, that some people will think that it's no longer like parking for the library only. And
But there's
even
nobody
in the morning, we
here
don't
that-
care, but they still shouldn't be allowed to do
They
it.
shouldn't, but
Because
there's
then
no-
you learn.
But there's nobody here in the
But
morning.
there's nobody here to put them out that early in the morning.
How about when you leave at night?
Is that a
Because they
firehouse out there
start,
to
they
lock
start at 7:15.
Egress.
The school.
Yeah.
But I think if they can't go in, they can't go in. It's not they
Right.
can go in when we're not here. This is just not a parking, it's not that is not their
It's-
flow of traffic for the high
We
school. or
raised the
middle school.
question when they built the school about this whole
Oh,
thing.
God,
Don't
did we
worry, they
ever.
won't use your parking.
Well, they do.
Yeah.
And we'll just,
Yeah, I
Cool.
don't think there's a solution yet, but.
So the 4th and 5th is, September 4, 5? Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
this is the 4th and 5th.
I thought she said,
At
I can double
6
check,
p.m.?
I'm sure it's on their website. I thought she said working.
So that's an open house, like when the families come in
Yeah.
and they get a little bit of like what's going on this year kind of
Right.
thing?
Yeah,
And that's
I
really
could do
only
the
the
5th
new,
if someone needs to be there. I can't go on Wednesday, but I can go on Thursday.
I think I can go on Wednesday. And that's only the people that are coming for the first time, people whose kids have already there, they're not going
They
to
don't
an
show up,
open
yeah,
house.
yeah.
but it can't hurt for new people to know that.
Yeah.
Right,
What is it?
Because some people do listen, and then some people just follow others because they're doing it, and they
Yeah,
don't
they
know
don't
that
know
it's
that.
not a.
Exactly.
I believe
we
it.
can't really put a sawhorse up at night either, because people come in and drop books
Books
off.
off, yeah, you can't inconvenience
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
functions.
And I also updated the after-school behavior expectations
Yes.
for everyone. I basically combined 2 other libraries that they had, but if anyone has any thoughts or suggestions on that.
Did we have one
Very
before?
well.
We had a very short one and it didn't give a whole lot of detail. We have a patron behavior policy, which
Right.
is very short. And that's kind of what we were using, but it doesn't really work for the younger kids.
I thought this was well done.
I was going to suggest adding, I pulled up some of the library's policies, and the town of Canton had a paragraph I'll read it to you. In case of a medical emergency involving an unattended child, the staff will call 911 for emergency assistance and attempt to contact the parent guardian in that order. So you call 911 first and then the parent guardian for medical emergencies.
Okay, yeah, that would
But
definitely.
then you can't be challenged why you did what you did too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would just like it all in writing, because all the chorus last year was, I didn't know, this and that. and I want everyone to know right away, and then
Yeah.
it's easier to enforce if everyone's made aware right away of what the rules are.
Now, in terms of the age of the child,
Mhm.
again, I looked at other libraries, and some have 10, some have 11.
I saw the
Oh,
ones
yeah,
I was
those
actually
are
looking at
longer.
were 9, but I think that's kind of young.
Uh-huh.
10, we've had 10 in the past as the age, that's in the, I believe, in the patron behavior policy. But I mean, that can be amended if everyone thinks it should be, but that's what we've done in the past.
No, if it works, it works. No need to change it.
And 10 years old is 4th grade, and then they're at the middle school.
Yeah.
It's not likely that many come down from the elementary school.
No, it's very rare.
And it's later anyway.
And the other thing I was just wondering about when you talk about the caretaker,
Mhm.
probably should be caregiver.
Okay.
Is a responsible person of suitable age? Do you want to
Oh, yeah,
suggest an
caregiver.
age or just leave it
Um,
open-ended?
Yeah, because that could be like, 16-year-old babysitter or something would be okay.
Yeah.
Or an
as long
older
as they're
sibling.
watching, so, but,
Mhm.
so change caregiver to caretaker.
Yeah, because
Caretaker.
generally you use caregiver in this, so
Okay.
just to be consistent.
Oh, I see what I did there, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, in fact, it says caretaker in one care.
Yeah, I
Yes, there we
switched
go.
halfway through for some reason. Um,
I like what you wrote. If a child is not able to safely leave the library without an adult, he or she should not be in the library without an adult.
I took that from somebody else's policy. I thought that was a good line.
Yeah, that is a good one.
That was some of the best ones, pulling them all together,
Mhm.
other people's.
There was 2, they're actually from New Jersey, libraries in New Jersey, who had really great policies, so I used a lot of that.
Oh, of course.
And I have them if anybody wants to see the original policies, I took it from, I do have them. But,
We do need a motion for that.
okay, yeah.
Motion to the new policy, approve the new policy for whatever it is.
Mhm.
After school behavior.
After school behavior
behavior.
expectations.
Second, anyone?
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous.
I want to back up one second. We started to talk about cameras and.
Oh, yes, that was part of it too, yeah.
I didn't see it, but anyhow, part of the upgrade,
Mhm.
security for the new doors includes cameras.
I thought that was just outside though. Were we getting some for inside the building?
Those are mostly inside.
Oh, I thought they were just at the doors
There's a couple-
outside.
I think there were that door and 2 doors outside, I believe.
Mhm.
But we can move them around.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll get the drawing, we'll have him come up and tell us what he wants.
Okay, yeah, because there's some blind spots that we really need to be able to keep an eye on, and there's just, we can't be everywhere all at once.
Once that gets approved, I haven't heard anything from the Manton Foundation either, by the way, just so you know. But once that gets approved, there's like $12,000 in there for the security.
Oh, okay.
Not the doors, just the cameras and stuff.
Oh, great, okay, so that'll fix that. Okay, I think that was all of the, are we still on director's report?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that was it.
Okay, we have an official assistant director. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you have a report or?
I told her she didn't have to do one, because she'd only been assistant director for a week, so. It
It's been
just
a
happened,
busy
yeah.
week, hasn't
You'll have
it?
you'll have a good teacher.
Yes.
Next month.
Yeah. Okay, Friends update. I sent along the minutes for the Friends. And it's all systems go for their book sale, which is great. I won't be able to make the August 29th meeting if anyone will be there.
I won't be there either, I'm gonna be gone.
What's the 29th?
That's
Oh.
an ex-FAL meeting. They're
Oh.
meeting, they're having an extra meeting for the book sale stuff.
But there'll be staff here if they have any questions about book sale stuff. I think
I-
Amy and Melissa will be here that day. so.
Yeah, I emailed Sue and told her, so.
Well, Jenny gave you the minutes this time, so
Yeah,
she'd probably do that again.
yeah. Well, what's really good is now I'm getting the minutes and I'm getting their financials, which I could bring to the meeting. I could always forward it if you're. And for the first few meetings, I was not getting anything, but now they're happy to see me. I'm happy to see them. And it's a good relationship. We have the same goals, basically, so why not?
If it makes sense, watch out.
You're usually so positive.
Well, so many things don't. I think it's good that it does.
Uh-huh. Okay, we already discussed the safety after school pickup and parking.
Yep.
Yeah.
We need a motion to accept those minutes.
Motion to accept minutes from
Foul.
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 Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, new business, guidelines for trustee consultation of expenses.
That was just more for my knowledge. Is there a certain level where I should consult with the trustees before?
You said,
Yeah.
Is there a dollar limit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, George had kind of said is like a level, like anything over $500, but
Oh,
then that
that's the
could
number
be.
that popped in my head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then it was, I think it was over that for the WASPs, and do you all care who I hire to get the WASPs out of there? Like,
No.
is there a
No.
level?
But I think we should develop a list so you don't have to call everybody.
That would be, yes, that would save me so much time.
Yes.
I've started one, but.
What we did have in the past was an expenditure more than 500
Mhm.
should be presented to the trustees
Okay.
for approval. But something that deals with maintenance or an emergency, I would,
And safety,
that would be at your discretion.
Okay.
yeah.
Especially as we've already approved the budget.
Mhm. Okay.
So we don't need to nickel and dime every time.
And 500's probably low.
Yeah.
I mean, every phone call's almost
Yeah.
$500. I made a call.
No, this would be purchases,
Right.
for things,
But that's a purchase. If
I
you call
see.
somebody in
Yeah.
for a,
well,
Yeah.
it's
For
not,
services?
Is it more items?
I think so.
Because the budget already has a line for maintenance or?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it was the idea, as the trustee put it, I'm on this board to make decisions, so I feel I should be a part of the decision-making.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you're
When
saying keep it as is?
purchasing-
Yeah.
When you're purchasing things for the library.
Okay. Okay.
And I think that whatever it was that was purchased was something we would use,
Mm-hmm.
but it was felt that,
And it would all have to be at a meeting for approval, or could, like, say you needed something and it was,
what about the way we do the expenses? They're there if you get the majority signatures on it?
well, that's always after it's been ordered.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
sure.
that's after the fact.
We could do the same thing before.
I mean, we could raise it to a higher amount of money, but something happened, and something was purchased, and one person felt that he should have been included in the decision. And really, there were so many.
was it Don?
No, it
Then
wasn't.
he's not here anymore. Yeah, well,
Well, I think in the case of the Hornets, it's something we just had to do.
Oh,
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I-
like that was a safety issue, so
Yeah,
I
it's-
figured I went ahead and did that, but.
honestly, I don't know if it's something we need, because, I mean, things like this, you don't need approval from the board.
No.
At your discretion.
Okay.
If you have a question about it, call one of us or something.
Okay.
I mean, 5,000 would be,
Yeah.
But if it's in the budget, hey, go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
have to
don't-
look at the budget for our maintenance of the building. We take money from other accounts to
Yeah.
supplement
Yes.
that. So
Yeah.
even though it's in the budget, we don't have enough money for that. We pull it out of someplace and stick it in there.
yeah.
and we're just lucky to have it to
Yes.
pull.
Yeah.
So does that sound clear?
Yes, I think so.
And I think that list is a real good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that would make things so
When I
much
worked at the
easier.
school department in Portsmouth, we had one. It was the best thing you ever did,
Mhm.
especially if you have a problem in the middle of the night. You're gonna call some guy you've never done business with?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just hope they answer the phone.
Well, we used to always just call John in the middle of the night
Well, in a few more weeks, we can do that again.
when we had a leak.
Yeah. Okay.
So HVAC system,
I
anything
think
more
we
to
already
add?
went
Yeah, we-
over
we
that,
did.
basically.
Okay, the allocation of donated
Okay.
funds.
This is very exciting, but then it got a little wacky, so I have to explain this. So, the estate of Joseph Feidelberg has given the library $25,000.
Very nice.
$25,000
Wow.
to be used for general use and purposes.
Nice.
Which is very exciting. The original notification went to the Friends of the Library, and then Sue brought it to me because in the actual paperwork it said the Westport Free Public Library. So I was the one, I signed it, got it notarized, sent it in to get the money, but then the check was written out to the Friends of the Library. So it's gone back and forth at this point.
It goes to the Friends.
Yeah, but that's not what it said.
Yeah.
So it ended up. So
Who
it was a
wrote that
whole-
letter, may I ask?
It came from the lawyer.
Hmm.
So anyway, we did receive the check. It's made out to the Friends, but then the Friends didn't know if they should just sign a check over to the library for us to do. But it all goes
So
to the
what-
library anyway.
As
so-
I understood it, it goes to the Friends because the Friends aren't as rigid. They're a little less, I don't want to say watch, because of course everyone's watching, but
Yeah.
they don't have as many, that's my father-in-law.
Yeah.
If you do something, you don't have to go out to bid through the Friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
so that was the intention, because actually I learned that when, on the search committee, where we landed here perfectly, from Sue, because she said that's very often the line, grandma left money.
Yeah.
Do you recall that in all the committee meetings? So that's why he then said, well then, put it
Yeah.
there.
But then,
Actually, it was
yeah.
all going to Fall River, but then. he
Nice.
stopped.
Yes, they split it, which is very nice.
Like, wait a minute.
Good work.
Wait a minute, I know a library.
So the Friends, the check is actually in my office right now, but it's made out to the Friends, so I think they should just keep it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think they spend their money anyplace else.
No, it will all come to the library
Yes.
eventually.
Well, and it
so.
goes through the Friends
Mhm.
at Town Hall. It doesn't go through.
Friends.
Yeah, we would have had to set up a whole separate account,
Yeah.
and it was going to be a
Yeah.
whole thing. So I was actually really happy when the check
Yeah.
came in going to
Absolutely.
them. So
Absolutely.
it just got a little confusing in the middle there for a minute.
Yep.
But anyway, so yes, we got
And
the
that
healthy.
lawyer has made those mistakes in almost everything. Right?
Yeah, it was just the way it was written. It didn't say Friends of the Library.
Yeah, it
so-
should have that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they were originally contacted, and then,
Right.
yeah, I don't. So, but it's all clear. We have the check, so that's the important part.
Hmm.
Oh, that's lovely. That's great. And they're going to send a thank you to the
Yes.
family?
Mhm.
Yeah, great.
They will. And if anybody had ideas, they are, very open to any ideas that the money could go to. And
Well, it
if not,
seems
we'll save it for something.
you and Amy have come up with some real good ideas.
Not $25,000 worth.
No.
No, we'll let me
A
get
little bit
last.
at a time, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, does it ever go into an account that it can actually make money? Make more money from it? No, you
I
can't,
don't think
I don't know if
they
that's
can.
legal, you can't do that?
Not so,
Like you
if
can't
it
go to
went
a
to
bank?
the, if it went to the town, they would invest it.
Oh, okay.
Most of our accounts that were invested, were allowed to take out a little bit of money,
Mm-hmm.
The interest.
like $500 or something. Even when the rates were low, we, $8 out of an account that,
Mm.
so. But we don't have a say where it goes. I mean, how it's invested, so. Just what it goes into a checking account.
Mm.
Or
Like a zero interest, but
Yeah.
$25,000
Or
and
if
5% could make a little bit of money
They
while
could
you're
take,
waiting.
they could take a certain amount of it, invest it in a CD through the Friends.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
They're like around 5% right
There you go,
now.
yeah.
So start
Okay.
thinking a little bigger.
Yeah.
All right, next, hire movers to relocate Ellis Case and move desks.
Ned Daniels, who does the Ellis case, he schedules everything, all of the people, has been asking for a very long time. He would love to have it moved closer to the entrance so more people would see it, which is true. I forgot why. There was a reason he had asked George about it, that George didn't want to do it at the time.
Where was that? That was out in the outside lobby.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
it's in the outside
broken.
lobby.
Yes.
The glass on that
And
is
we-
compromised.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had to have somebody come in and do that, so we could hire the same people. It was long movers. I think it's like a minimum of $500 for them just to walk in the door. But if they were here and they could move that case for us, we could move the computers down a little bit and just slide everything down. We would have to move the art that's there. We'd have to scoot that down a little bit. But we did buy the lovely drill that goes through the concrete with the end of year funds, so we do have that now. So it wouldn't actually be that hard to move the art down now. And then we also have wanted to move the really large desk out of the children's section because it takes up a lot of real
It
estate
does.
down there.
Mhm.
And I barely get time to sit down there. So that would go back in the workroom area, and Amy would take that desk, and we would set up the longer portion with all of our cataloging
Is
things
there
and
room
book
for all
covers.
that in there?
Yes, we'd have to move that table out. And
Where
that
do you-
table
where
is
do
gonna
you
have
put
to,
it?
I think, we have permission to get rid of that table.
Okay.
So that would just go, it's not in great shape, nobody wanted it. But I think that's gonna have to be in pieces to get out the door, which is another
Oh, the
issue.
legs come off usually.
All the screws are stripped. Yeah, that's, so because it's not that heavy, we could have gotten it out, we just can't get and I think it's gonna require a saw of some sort, which we do not have, and I should not be using, believe me.
I'll take a look at it.
Okay, so it would be switching the desk, getting the table out. There are 4 of those really heavy tables that we have permission to get rid of. Amy and I got 2 of them out of the closet, but we did not get them
That
very
took a
far.
while.
It was, yeah,
Where
we
are
had to
they
slide
now?
them. They're in my office, that was as far as we
Yeah.
got them.
Are we gonna get rid of them?
Yes,
Okay.
those just need to go to the landfill or transfer station, wherever they can go.
Okay.
They are garbage, they're in really gross shape.
I can take those down there. I have to find out how I don't have to pay to get rid of them though.
Mhm. Yeah,
I don't think the town has to pay the town.
no, I don't think so. I'm not sure, yeah.
I'll
If you need
I'll
to
ask Jim when I'm
get a
down
letter
there.
or
I'll talk to
something.
Jim.
But, so it's just moving some heavy stuff around, but it's not heavy stuff that the staff can.
And I wonder if
take
Long
care
would
of.
do a better pricing for.
That's-
Maybe
that's
if
what we
there's-
used.
Yeah.
Well,
Or if
Right,
there's-
right,
Yeah,
right, but
well,
I'm wondering if
they
they,
used to
that
this.
it is 500 or 600 now,
Yeah,
I think.
I think
actually,
that's
just to
the base.
Get them in.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if they
Um,
would.
But if there's multiple things, then it would be worth the money to get them in here, I think.
maybe they give the Westport Library a break.
Yeah,
When-
exactly.
When Ned asked me about that, to
Mhm.
see if it was actually on the agenda, he said he was willing to pay to move that.
Mhm. Yeah, he has offered to pay.
He's offered to
They
pay,
shouldn't pay for that.
Yeah.
Old money though.
but he did offer to pay.
That's how much he wants to
He's been wanting that
For-
for years.
Is it doesn't seem that big. Is it that big to move?
It's very heavy.
It's
And
changed.
cumbersome, yeah.
We just had new shelves made for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
glass
right, right,
shelves.
right. That would have been the time to move it when the
That's
shelves were out.
ridiculous.
So
Well,
you'd
this-
have to take
they
everything
come
out
out,
of it
yeah.
to move it, yeah.
Well, the shelves do come out, we can remove them, but it's very big and,
Would we be leaving that sculpture where it is?
yes, it would go right next to the sculpture. Because that's in front of the window portion and that's clear, so that's fine, and then this would go right where the wall starts. So I think there's space there and it would be nice to have the collections up closer so more people saw them.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't go down that.
Yeah, unless you're heading to the children's section, not everybody
Mhm.
goes down to that area. And that would make Ned very happy, I know.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's the first question. Hi, Hawaii, now are they gonna move that?
So I can talk to Long for an estimate and
Mhm.
see where we are with that, if that's all right.
Sounds great.
Okay.
New flooring.
New flooring.
This-
We have
This is a
called,
busy, busy
we
month.
called 3 people. Westport Flooring, all 3 companies looked at the job. Westport Flooring has not got back to us. I called them again today and left a message. We had ABC Flooring come in and South Coast Flooring come in. ABC was 49,500 and South Coast was 55,000. That is not a good number because we don't know what carpet we want. That's the number to install the carpet. Once we pick a carpet, then we get a better price. And everybody has agreed to cut around all the stuff that's out there, leave the carpet under the stuff that's there, and carpet around it with carpet tile squares. It seems like a good idea. one of the guys said it would cost you more to take all this stuff out of here and
Oh,
put it in
yeah.
storage and then put it back in and put it back together. You're talking a library would have to be shut down or something like that. So at least this way, hopefully they can work around our schedule. Maybe a couple of days, we open at 11, they can come in and do their thing. That has to be worked out, but we'd like to get some samples to Bonnie, let her look at them. Bonnie and Amy can look at them, come to a conclusion, and then maybe we get a firm price.
Yeah,
Perfect.
So,
sounds good.
And were you looking at applying for a grant for that?
through Bay Coast, I thought. Is that what you were looking for?
Well, it's online.
Yes.
The application, I haven't been in to
Okay.
talk to Bonnie about it, because I think she's been busy.
Love it.
We could apply online for it.
Well, it has to be through the library.
Yes. We'll get everything ready and you can hit send.
Yep.
Well,
We can do that.
I can't do it on my computer, it would
Yeah.
have to be.
Yeah.
But Gino said everything the application is right there, and you just fill it out and send it in.
Is there a deadline, or is it like a revolving?
They do it 4 times a year,
Okay,
from what I read.
Mhm.
I'm not sure when those are.
okay.
I thought one was September, but I think you have to be firm with pricing and.
Right,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't put a little plus sign there.
And my thoughts were, at the end of the year, they might have money they have to spend, more than they might in September.
Mhm.
I know that I read about it once, they allocate X number of dollars each year. And I don't know how they divide it up between the communities, but Westport does get some preference because they're located in Westport, a couple of the bigger people.
She did ask me if we had used them before, and I said no.
Never?
No.
Ah,
Well, I had talked to her, but then we
Yeah.
had another source of funding.
then we might be treated more favorably than
We
people
might.
who have gone back to the well a few times.
And the president of the bank is a Westporter.
Mhm.
Does the president have a library card?
I believe he does. I'll ask Bonnie after.
You should get one if he doesn't.
We'll give
Oh,
him one
and-
free.
Yes.
And in the past, George had asked for, got a quote on replacing that rubber mat where they stand all day.
Mhm.
And this guy from South Coast Flooring was supposed to do it, but he got busy and his father or somebody sold a house and him and his brother had been remodeling the house, he forgot. So when he came here, he said, I'm gonna do that for nothing for you,
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Good.
since I forgot.
there you go.
So this,
Did he give you a price before he forgot?
I'd have to see if George had the price.
He had offered to do it with leftover stuff he had last
Mhm.
time, so I don't think George actually got a price for it.
Okay.
I think it was.
But
It was minimal anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's $6,000 more expensive than the guy that already includes it too.
Oh.
'Cause he included the rubber behind him.
Oh.
We'll get some samples from ABC flooring.
Is that in Westport, ABC?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on Route 6. The other one is on Forge Road.
That's
Ah.
Mike Roderick's business.
ABC? Oh.
Okay.
He's always here
Yeah, he was here for the
for Bonnie.
reception, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, he was.
We don't have to vote on that, do we?
No.
No.
Okay.
Now, the next item, since we have a personnel committee, I'm wondering if we should talk about it in committee
Probably.
before we present it to the whole board, the update of Library Aid 2 to Library Aid 3.
I had taken that off the agenda before I sent it in.
Oh, okay.
Which one are you taking out?
Yeah.
F.
Yes,
Oh, the whole
F,
thing?
Yes, F is
Okay.
gone for now. We can revisit that another time. But for now, I think we'll just
Okay.
run with that.
Then Creative Bug.
That is a new, well, it's not new, some libraries have had it for a little while, but there's a new consortium discounted pricing available for it. And I had done the free trial before, last time they had offered it. It's online like craft and art classes. So you can just, they have, hundreds and thousands of them. And they're really well done, and we could also use it as, they have, when, we could use it to do like a class at the library, and we just put on the video. So the licensing is available through that. So I think it's something that would be, we have a lot of very artistic
Is there
people.
a dollar figure?
Yes, for 1 year, the consortium pricing is $800, and if you do it for 36 months, it's $660 a year, which is $1,980.
What age is it for? Just adults?
It's all ages.
Oh.
There are some, there's all levels, so kids can
So
use
for
it
that
too.
subscription, you're pretty much unlimited in what you can use?
Yes, yep, you could go on every day and watch class if you wanted to.
Well, the only problem I have with the 3 years, if you don't like it,
And it doesn't get a lot of use.
yeah.
Start with one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see if people
Yeah.
like it and if we
Yeah.
promote it.
We can always go with the 3 year next time.
And then that's right through sales, so they would, we would go right through them for that.
Because you can end up having so many subscriptions, not that you do, not that the
Mhm.
library does, but just in general, that,
Mhm.
and you actually forget what you have subscribed to, and then you're
Yeah.
like, just paying subscriptions,
Mhm.
right, for different.
You should have a master list of when they all expire.
Yeah.
We used to have a set of books, not really an encyclopedia, but it had a lot of crafts in it. Is that still here, do you know?
I don't know if a set, there's one, there's a couple in the children's section that are,
This
various
would be an
volumes, but
adult-type book.
I don't think so. We have a very good craft section in the nonfiction, but I don't think there's anything with multiple volumes.
Motion to approve the purchase.
Motion to approve the purchase.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That sounds good.
Sure does.
Yeah.
Behavior policy, is that what we did?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did
we
that.
already
We
went
did
over
that. Be any old business? Or any unanticipated topics? Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Time?
I will send the minutes out later
It
today for
is
the meeting we had.
12:44.